Yo, what up, street togs, street gods, airwan togs? Actually, the reason why Culver is the best is we have the best accessibility performance over there. Wow, someone already turned into a race car. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, yeah, it's actually not that expensive. There's a saying, it's like, if you ask how much it costs, it means that you ain't rich enough. All right, so I'm gonna surprise Cindy with a nice cappuccino. All right, so some thoughts. Yeah, I'm just like, got a max amount weight vest. I'm gonna get a bigger weight vest. I'll figure it out. Okay, so some thoughts on things. Okay, the philosophy of thinking. So the new ChatGPT 1. So I bought every Go V12 engine. Wish I could take it back to the beginning. So I was like randomly playing with ChatGPTs last night and just kind of dipping into it. And essentially the new ChatGPT 1 model, which is available for the premium right now, right? Just kind of like beta, is very interesting because it spends more time thinking before giving you a response, right? It's trying to mimic how humans think. So the interesting thing is, as time goes on, more and more people are starting to realize that obviously humans are the best thinkers. So trying to, like, it makes more sense for AI to try to mimic how humans think than vice versa, which is typically the mistake they make otherwise. So how does a robot think versus a human thinks? And also, like, the philosophy of thinking, like, why does thinking matter, right? So my simple thought is, I mean, obviously, you know, you don't think, you don't got nothing, right? And so as a consequence, I think all of life should just be optimized towards thinking better. So Nietzsche has this one quote: trust no thought that don't come to you while walking outside. And I call it funny, is like, a lot of people are butt thinkers. Are you a leg thinker or are you a butt thinker, right? You don't want no butt thoughts. Nobody care about the butts, right? And I think the source of all intelligence and wisdom is in your legs. And as a consequence, like, we kind of have this funny glorification of butts, right? So the reason why, you know, cars are out is that if you think of like a car and sitting as a Procrustean bed, right? Like, why would you spend $250,000, $500,000, $1 million, $1.2 million on something that forces you to sit down? Like, it's actually positively bad. I mean, the true really super rich successful person, right, would almost never be sitting in a car, let alone own a car. Like, I would actually probably say I was much happier when I didn't even own a car. But I mean, you live in LA, practicality speaking, you want a car, ideally a white Prius or white hybrid car of some sort. And yeah, I think besides the white Prius, Tesla, right? But besides that, just kind of trying to think about things. So thinking is interesting because now there is something called thought crime, right? Like 1984 kind of Big Brother, Brave New World vibes. There is a thought police, right? Like, for example, are you allowed to be anti-plants? Like, can I pick it to say plants are bad for the planet? Eating plants is evil, right? Am I allowed to be anti-dogs? Can I just like pick it around saying dogs are bad for the planet? Am I allowed to be anti-hormone therapy besides the life or death situations, right? And so it's funny because we are valorizing, you know, Rosa Parks, right? Refusing to sit in the back of the bus. But why is it that if we actually really tried to do what Rosa Parks did, like, you know, being anti, right? Why is it that you get crucified, right, for it, right? And I think the reason why Kanye is the most brave person of all time is he's essentially sacrificed everything for his beliefs, right? Like his money, his wealth, his power, his influence, now his family, his kids, his wife. And that's extremely admirable. The ultimate soul in the game, money in the game, right? Essentially, like, what, he traded him being a, what, I don't know, I forget how much he was worth, like 5 billion, 10 billion, 2.3 billion, I don't know, whatever, right? His net worth dropped by like 90% maybe after he tweeted the DEFCON 3 on the Jewish people thing, right? And honestly, I think the reason why people are so anti-Kanye West, I think people are just racist, right? Like, if Kanye was, you know, good old Protestant, blue-eyed, blonde-haired guy saying the same thing, would he be vilified? Not as much. Not really. I mean, like, in some ways, you could even consider Donald Trump like Kanye West, right? But because Donald Trump is, I don't know, Caucasian, Protestant origin, he gets away with it, but Kanye doesn't, right? So this is where I'm pro Kanye till I die. I guess the difference though is Donald Trump is more careful than Kanye. Like, for example, Donald Trump, because he's a good businessman, right? He would never ever say anything bad against Jewish people, right? Like, ever, because he knows that's not wise. But Kanye doesn't, right? Even the reason why Jay-Z is certainly a better businessman, right, is that also Jay-Z would never say anything bad about Jewish people, right? Right? So even like Beyonce did it, right? I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay, right? So I'm also maybe like where I'm grateful that I am who I am. Being Asian American, Korean American is, I can essentially say whatever I want and get away with it too, because Asian people are seen as like the good ones, right? Which means, you know, we're kind of like quiet, meek, you know, kind of listen to orders. You see Eric or Kim wilding out, being wretched. Good morning, nice outfit today. So as a consequence, yeah, I could just kind of get away with everything. Oh, shout out to Spatial Labs, to Idris, Spatial Labs, founded also via the Founders Fund. I think it's Peter Thiel backed, right? Anyways, go to foundersfund.com to see some fun thoughts. But anyways, oh yeah, Metro E line. I think thinking about life, right? Okay, so Gmail, which pretty much owns, I would predict 90% of the email on the planet, they're already starting to put in some information controls. And what I personally predict is even Gmail will start low-key filtering quote sensitive ideas and thoughts. So if you're sending out an email newsletter which has not politically correct stuff, it's probably not going to hit their inbox. So the very simple way to subvert this is, you know, put it on the open web, aka your own blog, self-hosted blog, ionos.com or bluehost.com, install wordpress.org. And I think that the very interesting thought here is trying to position yourself where, you know, like I was thinking about this morning, the whole past notion, content is king, does ring true. I mean, essentially what it means is focus on making very high quality, in-depth, deep, meaningful, philosophical things that you are personally curious about and you're honest about, right? And essentially what will happen is given on a long enough time span, you're going to end up winning. So even, for example, I started a blog, right? 2009, 2010, 15 years ago, what, 16 years ago? I had no idea in my greatest mind that ChatGPTs would ever have hit the market. Hi, August. Hi, Desmond. Hi, Rachel. Have a nice bite. I would have never ever thought in my wildest dreams that this would have ever been possible. So as a consequent, see you later, Desmond. Seneca says hi. Bye, Rachel. Bye, August. Yeah, so the moral of the story is never let anybody change your thoughts. And also, like, the reason why I don't put too much faith in a Jay-Z is, once again, as long as he cares about money, and money and power is his principal gain, then you're never gonna really ever say the real truth, because obviously you tell the truth or you don't be politically correct, you're gonna step on toes and you're gonna lose money-making potential, which is fine. I think Jay-Z is very intelligent. I admire for what he's trying to do. Right, and he's playing the long game, and what he's trying to do is he's trying to build his family's legacy, right? Just smart. But I don't know, I think for me, like, I kind of consider myself more like, I mean, I've always been kind of like, I think I've been a velociraptor ever since I was a kid, right? Like, meaning of life and stuff like that, and sociology, philosophy. So maybe like Kim as the new best sociologist, philosopher, thinker, artist person, right? It's funny, if you're an artist, right, you can just get away with it. It's just art. My whole life, it's just performance art. I'm like, I was always like, well, sports you're gonna get Seneca into is like full contact interpretive dance, right? And it's funny, the thing with humor, comedy, satire, you could get away, like, why is it that South Park could get away with saying anti-Semitic things but Kanye can't, right? I mean, right, think about that. And I also think that the best way to approach podcasting, YouTube, Spotify, social media, everything that you post, right, sooner or later it's gonna get deleted, or your accounts can get deleted or banned, because any intelligent person who has lived long enough knows that sooner or later you're gonna get censored somehow. Even like one of my old church mentors, Andy, right? Andy and Teresa, they made a bunch of like YouTube videos which went viral for having the best wedding dance videos, and then I guess they had some copyrighted song in it, and then like YouTube just deleted all their accounts and videos. I'm like, that sucks. And even Digital Rev, the Kai, did a video with me and it got deleted. It's like the infamous Eric Kim, Kai Man Wong, Hong Kong videos. I don't know why. That's why you always have to trust yourself. Don't build your empire on quicksand or someone else's platform or cotton candy. And also, I think the secret to longevity, right, is just indulge all of your thoughts and just know that everything you share is just a work in progress.